Good morning, children. In the last class we had learned about latitudes. What latitudes are you had already learned, and you also learned the important parallels of latitudes. There are four important parallels of latitudes. They are 0 degree equator, 23.5 degree Tropic of Cancer, then 66.5 degree North Arctic Circle, then 23.5 degrees south Tropic of Capricorn, and 66.5 degrees south Antarctic Circle. So these are the four main or four important latitudes, and these latitudes have a great relation to heat zones. It results in heat zones, or we have different types of climatic conditions mainly because of these latitudes. As you already learned, its 0 degree equator divides the earth into two equal halves, and 23.5 degree north Tropic of Cancer and 23.5 degrees south Tropic of Capricorn, we have the torrid zone. You call this zone as the torrid zone, and in this torrid zone you can see the direct rays of the sun falls onto these areas. So you call this zone as the torrid zone, and this zone receives the rays of the sun directly, and it is hot throughout the year. And here in this torrid zone, the summers are very hot and the winters are very mild, and there is heavy rainfall also throughout the year in this torrid zone. So that's the peculiarity of this torrid zone. So torrid zone lies between Tropic of Cancer in the north and Tropic of Capricorn in the south. Next heat zone is the temperate zone, which lies between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the north and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the south. So these zones are called as temperate zones. The zone which lies between Tropic of Cancer and Antarctic Circle in the north, and the zone which lies between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the south. You call it as the temperate zone. Here the peculiarity is that this area receive only the slanting rays of the sun, and here summers and winters are extreme climate we have, hot summer and cold winter. So these extreme climates we have in the temperate zone that lies between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the north and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the south. Now the next heat zone is frigid zone. So frigid zone is a zone which lies beyond the Arctic Circle in the north and beyond the Antarctic Circle in the south. And here also the rays of the sun falls very slanting here, and these areas are completely covered with ice and snow, as well as these areas are very cold also. So these are the three important heat zones which are formed as a result of the division in latitudes. So which are the three heat zones? They are torrid zone, temperate zone and the frigid zone. So this is in relation to heat zones. Now next we are moving on to longitude. So already we studied what are latitudes. So latitudes begin, or the base of latitude is 0 degree. 0 degree, that is being drawn from west to east. There are lines drawn from west to east, and these lines will be drawn towards the north pole as well as towards the south pole, and there are 90 degrees of latitudes towards the north pole and 90 degrees of latitudes towards the south pole. So all this you had learned in the last class, and now you are moving on to longitudes. What are longitudes? So longitudes are angular distance of a place that is drawn towards the west and towards the east. They are lines drawn towards the west and towards the east. You draw it towards the east or towards the west. These lines are called as longitudes, and the 0 degree longitude is called as the prime meridian. 0 degree latitude you called it as the equator, and 0 degree longitude is called as the prime meridian. And for the purpose of convenience, we have taken the prime meridian as which passes through Greenwich in England, and this is regarded as the 0 degree prime meridian, and this prime meridian is also called as 0 degree longitude. Here I already told there are 90 degrees of latitudes towards the North Pole and 90 degrees of latitudes towards the South Pole, whereas in longitude there are 180 degrees of longitudes towards the west and 180 degrees of longitudes towards the east. So in total there are 360 degrees of longitudes, and you always measure longitudes in degrees, and these longitudes are drawn through equator. You can see it here, it is drawn through equator. Longitudes are usually drawn through equator at equal intervals. They are drawn at equal intervals. These 180 degrees to the west and 180 degree to the east longitudes are drawn at equal intervals, and the meridian towards the east will be followed by letter E, and the meridian to the west will be followed by letter W. So if it is a meridian in the west, you will be writing, if it is a 30 degree meridian, you will be writing it as 30 degree west. If it is a 30 degree longitude in the east, you will be writing it as 30 degree east meridian. So it will be accompanied by the letter W or E according to the degree which the place in the degrees which it lies. And I already told it is always measured in degrees. It is measured in degrees, and again it is further divided into minutes and seconds. It is divided, or you write it in degrees, and it's also measured, or it's also known by degrees, or it's divided into degrees, minutes and seconds. It is written in degrees. Always you write longitudes in degrees. Latitude are also written in degrees, and they are also again divided into minutes and seconds. Now all these longitudes are semicircles. From the picture you will understand they are all semicircles. And these there are already told there are 360 degrees of meridians, and all meridians are of equal length also. They are equal in length, and the distance may not be equal between the poles, because everywhere if we look, the distance may not be the same. It becomes closer towards the poles. It becomes closer and closer towards the poles. So the length of the longitude is not same everywhere. It becomes closer towards the poles. It goes on decreasing. And latitudes and longitudes, they meet each other and form a grid. If I draw a latitude here, see all the longitudes will be meeting here, and it makes a grid. And this grid is very helpful in locating or in finding out the exact location of a place. So this is related to longitude. I hope you understood what is longitude. Thank you.